Franco Borromeo, and number 55, Eric Legaspe. Your coach, Ronald Patulin. Team manager, Jose Gregorio Ronda. Your referee for today is Mr. Emmanuel Elioso. Assistant referee number 1, Wilson Derutas Jr.
As we await ng pagpasok ng ating mga manlalaro ng Diliman kontra Laos, I'd like to remind you this is second division action ng UFL as most of the regulars of the first division owing up to national duties as well. At ito na, inaantay na lang natin ang pagpasok ng Diliman at ng Laos.
Antonov Vodka FC and Laos FC. Your referee is Mr. Emmanuel Elioso. Assistant referee number 1, Wilson Derutas. Assistant referee number 2, Manuel Salvaloza. Fourth official, Wilfredo Bermejo. Referee assessor, Ravelo Saluria. Match commissioner, Edwin Alobin.
On your screens right now is the starting 11 para sa Diliman Antonov. And this is a team, itong Diliman, that I'm sure oozing with a lot of confidence because of their campaign so far, really.
Of course, looking at your 4-4-2 lineup for Diliman. Of course, the players starting from the keeper, Jerome Leong, Mercader on defense, Mercader on midfield rather, Rances on defense, Zerudo on top. These are the 4 players from UP that actually stood out and are actually MVPs. And looking at Laos now, we're looking at, well, we have Marvin Angeles, the twin brother of Marwin, on top, with Jukes, who is the leading scorer with 4 for Laos. So we look to those 2 guys to create an impact for Laos and try and disappoint Diliman.
2 teams that really iba yung hinahabol nila dito. Itong Laos, kikita nyo ngayon, ang hinahabol dito is to move forward. Actually, also some pride in them dahil actually one of the very few teams in the Division 2 na merong player na naglalaro for national duties.
Yes, right now we have Marwin Angeles, who is actually now in Nepal for the AFC Challenge Cup. So he's missing action right now for Laos. But we also want to take note that Laos is the sister team or has ties with Global FC. So you see most of the global players that were dropped are now here with Laos. With Diliman, on the other hand, the pressure is on because alam po natin na isa lang ang mag-a-advance dito sa second division to the first, whoever ends in this league. So they need to keep the pressure, and Pachanga is staying as close second. So it will be Diliman and Pachanga fighting for that first spot.
For those that have followed us the last couple of weeks, nakita nyo na rin yung Pachanga. And it's a pretty solid team led by Freddy Gonzalez.
Yes, Freddy Gonzalez, who has been in tip-top shape and form right now.
Pag nagtatumbling, ibig sabihin, in tip-top shape pa rin.
In shape na po siya. And actually, in one of their games last week, they beat Sunken Garden 13-0.
Wow.
Where Freddy scored another hat trick.
That's like a NFL score, 13-0.
Definitely. So with more goals, with the goal difference, they're pretty much in the dominant force right now.
So starting off, possession nagsisimula para sa UP Diliman. Correct that, Diliman FC. And also bottom of your screens, you can see what's happening all over football dito sa Active. Nandyan ang La Liga standings as well, the top scorers, the EPL, Bundesliga, and of course, the UFL.
So you can see for La Liga, Ronaldo leading with 30 goals, being the top scorer of the league. And they actually just won last week.
Seems like handball in the box.
Oh,
what a sorry start.
In less than a minute.
And this is not how Laos wanted to start this game.
Terrible.
Napakasakit naman nun.
Ang sakit po ang nangyari dito.
On top of the ball para sa Diliman.
So we have Cerudo to take the penalty.
It's Cerudo. Cerudo Just 1 minute in. With the penalty, and it is 1-0 Diliman.
So Diliman 1-0 right now on just the first minute on a penalty by Ariel Zerudo.
Grabe, sakit nun.
Ang sakit.
Ang sakit na simula para sa Laos. And when you go back into that handball, it was just a simple mistake. He was just trying to clear the ball, and it just went up to his hand.
One of the disadvantage or the breaks of the game talaga pag sa start yung game medyo malamig pa tayo. And an error like that is most likely to happen. But they must bounce back.
Yeah, they have to. You can see earlier, the goalkeeper going the wrong way. Diliman in the white kit and Laos with the yellow and black.
So what Laos needs to do right now is to not get demoralized. Demoralized with that penalty shot. Maaga pa. That's the breaks of the game. But anything can happen. Just like nakita natin, let's say sa El Clasico, Real and Barcelona. They score in the first few minutes. But Barcelona went on to win that game. So this is something that can still happen. So forget that goal, forget that penalty, move on, and continue on.
Speaking of the La Liga, Real Madrid trying to stay clear of from the rest of the opponents and trying to take home that title quite early. That's a huge 10-point lead with over Barcelona doon sa race for the La Liga title.
So they got their 10 points after beating Espanyol last week.
Speaking of Real Madrid, you get to catch them on Monday, March 12. Dito lang yan sa Active. Tapos it'll be Malaga against Levante. Also March 12. So that's back-to-back La Liga action that you'll see on Monday dito sa Active. Diliman. This will be a throw-in.
Nakusap ko earlier si Paulo Misa, who's the team manager of Diliman Antonov. And he told me that that most of the players, or 95% of the players, are really from UP. And you have the only non-UP players, maybe 3 or 4, and 3 of those are from Ghana. 3 players from Ghana.
Might be guys like Tuom and the rest of the guys over there, no? Yan ang mga players nila that come from outside. But they also have players that that are from abroad in that lineup. They've had some players. And speaking of, nabanggit mo rin UP, no? Lagi nadidikit sa Diliman. Also winning just recently the UAAP. So are they also going to get some new players on the fold para dito sa kanila?
Well, if you look at it, the UP players, the college players are actually out of action right now because of the UP college tournament. And they actually won. So in the next few weeks, you will see them, like the likes of Jingoy Valmayor, Nathan Octavio. They will be seeing action again in the second division.
But really, what's their commitment? Are they committed so far para sa Diliman? Or are they parang free agents that are free to sign elsewhere?
Because right now we know that it's the middle of the transfer period, so people are trying out for new teams. But with the likes of Jingoy, Nathan, these are like loyalty to the UP squad and their club counterparts. So as much as possible, I think right now, in my opinion, they will still continue to play for Diliman.
And I'm sure the Diliman fans are hoping na ganun rin ang mangyari. Laos trying to take that quite early. Staying at the bottom of your screen on the right side is Diliman. Long balls, searching forward. Tuom frees up on the left side, but the flag is up. Offside.
That was a great lob pass, but caught offside there.
Laos. Given away cheaply. Mercader. To Cerudo. Looking for Tuom. Cleared by Laos.
So Cerudo could be very dangerous in the middle as he acts as the playmaker there, giving up a good pass.
So that is a very nice cross, just long. Ends up with a goal kick.
So you could see right now the momentum is on UP's Diliman side. Sorry, Diliman Antonov's side. And
Kaya ka na rin sa akin.
Mahirap po, mahirap po. So we could see the aggressiveness that Diliman is actually showing right now.
And that's the beautiful thing about having an early goal. It really opens up things because the other team cannot sit back anymore and try to go for a draw or just sinasabi na park the bus, di ba? Ito kailangan na umatake dahil naunahan na kaagad.
That's right, and that's right what you said. They can't park the bus or try to be relaxed at this point, considering that they are at the bottom of the standings. Kailangan nila maging agresibo and try to attack in this game.
Cleared high and outside by Laos. 7 minutes in, that was Tabale.
So the coach for Laos FC is Ronald Patulin with team manager Jose Gregorio Ronda. For Diliman, we have the coach Salvador Alberto Salvacion, or Bob Salvacion, who's actually the winningest coach for UP. Who's been the coach of UP for almost more than a decade.
So when you say over a decade, when you were still playing for Ateneo at that time, naabutan mo ba si Bob?
Nabuta ka na si Bob.
So more than a decade.
More. Way more. So we're just trying to be a little discreet.
Pinababa mo pa yung edad mo tsaka edad ni Coach Bob eh.
Nung nasa grade school na ako, coach na yan ng Claret si Coach Bob. So he's had a lot of experience.
Tried to free up on the side, good step over, and then that one just a bit long, and it's going to be a corner kick para sa Laos. Looks like Aaron Alpiche will try to get up from that.
So you have your screen side, Jerome Leung or Teban Leung, the goalkeeper of Diliman, who was actually a best goalkeeper MVP during the 2001 season. And is also a goalkeeper in the national futsal team.
But very different, yung siguro yung being a keeper para sa futsal and then for football dahil mas maliit yung sa futsal, mas reflexes.
Mas mabilis yung laro sa futsal and the reflexes are way off the charts. Kaya it's always good, especially for developing players in the grassroots level, to start off first with futsal or playing in basketball courts kasi na-develop yung skills nyo, yung skill level. And that's what makes like players like Ronaldo, Pele, all these Brazilian players all started off playing futsal.
And when you look at it, kung sa Pilipinas ka titingin, kung maghahanap ka ng laro, baka mas may pag-asa ka makahanap ng laro sa futsal just because there is the requirements for space are not as demanding as that of football.
Exactly. Kailangan mo lang naman dito minimum size basketball court. And you know that the Philippines is a basketball country, and every barangay, every corner there is a basketball court, and then we can use this to our advantage to actually develop the game of football.
Problema lang yung ibang mga barangay yung court nila half court lang.
Pwede rin naman.
Pwede, oh.
2-on-2, 3-on-3.
Boom. Trying to get some space on that right side. Lot of players from Laos cleared there by Laos. Down goes Jukes.
It's a foul.
Like we said, he is the top scorer para sa Laos.